forgot to fix that. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, everybody, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Welcome to Friday. You made it to the beginning of the weekend, if your weekend begins in a Friday. I am here. I have a kitty cat. Do you have any words for the people? She says purr. How you doing, Miss Kira? Today, I want to do some itsy bitsy baby keys because I need to practice. I probably need gear or flight stones or something. And I need to play a little bit and like see the keys because a bunch of them I haven't even done at all this season. So I would love to get like a baseline score for them. And also just see them again. You know, I haven't been in Throne of Tides and everybody's telling me that one is so many bundles of fun. So I think I want to start by running my key. I think. I just like posting it up and then hoping for the best was my plan. I don't have a thorough plan. Did some last night with a friend. They were fun. 8 mythic runs before I got new loot. Worried about how some will be at higher levels. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to worry about the basic levels first. Last night, we did some heroic bosses, and oh boy, they hurt. They're, mind you, it's still the first week, so some of our characters are sort of like, you know, newly swapped, like myself. You know, we're gonna get things like tier sets and better trinkets and stuff over time. My item level's honestly not bad. I've been just what I've been doing is I've just been sending upgrades. So anytime that I have like the Drake's crests or whatever and the flight stones, I've just been upgrading my veteran stuff whenever I can just to get like raw item level on it. Because I figure even if I get a better champion piece, those item level upgrades will still, you know, they won't cost me the crests again. So I've just been kind of dumping in wherever I can. So we're at 448. I'm using 2 blue trinkets, but they're like, I don't know, stats. At least I can't do them wrong is kind of my consolation there. Lord Founty, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it very much. Sammy too. Oh, that was last night, but thank you. Thank you anyways. Appreciate the prime sub. And Carolee Piper's giving out a gift sub. Thank you. My friends convinced me to do a 17 Galacrons fall. Some of those trash poles hurt. Oh, I bet. Oh, man. Good type of pain. Third day of the season. They're like, let's go 20. Skildy's pushing the 16 range. Yeah, I don't know what keys my friends are doing yet. My schedule has not been aligned. But I'm feeling a little behind, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So I want to... I have like a bunch of stuff in my bags, and I'm anxious about it because I don't really know what I should do. It's a veteran crit haste ring. I'm having a hard time getting rid of this season 2 ring because it's 441, but with leech and a socket on it. And until I have a couple of veteran rings that have decent stats on them that I could put on in that slot, but it's like kind of hard to want to do that. Because of the leech and the socket, so I might wait on that for now. I don't need this cloak. Although, mastery... No, I'm not going to worry about the secondaries. I'm going to get rid of some extras. I'm not going to worry about, like, optimizing the stats until I get into at least champion gear, I don't think. And then those are veteran gloves. They're crit haste. I have crit mastery veteran gloves on, so I can DE those too. Get them out of here. Make some room. Oh, apples. Okay, my key is a 2 because I haven't done anything yet. So I think what I'll do, it's a Everbloom 2. So I think I'm going to go there. I'm going to get into my Mythic Plus healing spec, which I have mild amounts of ideas of how to play. Oh, I wanted to mess with, this is going to be really riveting content, but I want to mess with a weak aura. I did this and actions, conditions. I don't really know much about weak auras, but the ones that I want for myself are very basic, so I've been trying to just do just figure it out, you know. I've been trying to just figure it out. Custom options, information, cooldown, ready event. Yeah, I think that one was an accident. I think I didn't want that one. And then hide after I guess 5. Because before it was going way really fast. I'll try that. I just wanted a button that was going to alert me when my palm was off cooldown. So that I could remember to press it again was basically the gist of it. But I didn't want to get like a whole weak aura pack that had a bunch of other stuff that I didn't want. I just wanted that plus my little apotheosis proc buttons. So I've tried to hodgepodge them together and it's okay. Have you seen the new Loves in the Air stuff coming up? I've got to stock up on tenders to get it all. I saw a little glimpse of it in the, just on the Wowhead front page very briefly when I was logging on. The foxes are gorgeous. Got carried by the sweatiest rogue I ever met. Keystone Master 465 item level. Holy. They've been gaming. Imported the new talent build. Apparently, Shadow's going to be slinging Holy Novas too now. Sick. They're good. They work good. They get the job done. Coffee good. Kitty cat good. We're gonna list up. I found it difficult whenever doing this off stream to find tanks for like dungeons. Just for low keys. Everbloom 2. Yeah. Everbloom 2. I've been having a hard time just finding tanks. I wonder if it'll be different today. Drinking coffee with a straw? Yes. Doing this makes me want to play more already. Day job must come first. Sometimes that's the way of it. I managed to... Okay, so we got DPS 1. DPS 2. Hey, what's up? Watch me walk into Blackrock Foundry. Everbloom is this way. I managed to haul myself out of bed this morning with enough time to go on a very short but very real run. It was like 4 degrees outside, so I was not bundled, because it's hard to dress for running in the cold, in my opinion. It's like freezing outside, so you don't want to, or at least I don't like to go in, you know, like normal, just like running clothes that are very ventilating. But then you get like really sweaty because you're exercising. So I just, and I also don't go far enough to make it really worth bothering with layers. This is like an 11-minute problem. So I've just been wearing sweats. People nervous about learning to tank. Oh, it was so cute. I did an Everbloom 2. Maybe cute's patronizing. I did an Everbloom 2 and we had a Death Knight tank. And it was all great. They were maybe a little bit hesitant about which polls, but it was super good. We 3-chested it. At the end of it, they said, "Thanks, guys. That was my very first Mythic Plus ever." And I'm like, oh, I'm glad it went good. GG. All right. One thing that I never do when I'm putting together groups is consider comp in any way whatsoever. So, sometimes we have buffs, sometimes we don't, sometimes we have synergy, sometimes we don't. Who's to say? I've hit the bar for my day by being awake and dressed. Can't go wrong with good healer. Oh. Best part of it, low-key, is the yellow factor. Like the upcoming Explorer transmog. Is it, and I haven't looked, so I genuinely don't know, is it the one that they used to have for Recruit a Friend, or do they have a new one? Did we summon Minty? Or are they in there already? I thought we did. Okay. Alright. One thing I will say is that you should try not to have all melee groups. What do you mean? Gets a little crowded up there. Here, I'm gonna do a flask. Oh, I don't have any feasts. Normally I should, but I don't. I still have my food buff from before, but we can self it. It is a 2. Totally didn't coming back out. Only inviting mages. Really hard to find tanks. Melee is how you win at everything. What is wrong with me where when I hear that it's hard to find tanks, my immediate instinct is they need me. It must be me. This is my sign. This is my calling. I must answer this siren. The beacons to Gondor are lit. I don't even tank. I don't know what my problem is. That's why I got into healing in the first place, was I had this vague idea that people needed healers. And I was like, aha, a niche. Something that somebody wants me to do. I think I'm just looking for gold star sticker bonus cookie points just for showing up. Where is the thingy? Where is the thingy? Are we not on Mythic? It's not on Mythic, is it? I gotta put it on Mythic. My bad. So, and then dungeon difficulty Mythic. Can you tell that I don't do this very much? You were a good tank on Vardy. Oh, shucks. Bulk thing with stick. Okay. I have a buff. I have a ready check. I have a going. It's a 2. Pull timers. So what mount would I use in the Everbloom? I mean, Big Slick is a good default mount for any and all occasions. There's got to be some good Gorgrondy things. But I never really do low keys. Sometimes I do them on alts. I never really do them on main. And I think it'll actually teach me a few things about when do affixes kick in. Oh, hey, that works. Although, I should make it stop doing that whenever I... There must be a way that I can have that weak word go away when I press the button, because it's gonna wiggle at me. It goes away out of combat. It's gonna wiggle at me whenever palm's available, but I forgot to, or didn't realize I needed to make it stop wiggling at me after that's over. I'm not a weakora person yet, but I could be with time and a good reason.
Range 5.
Big trait mount for sure, so you can be like, haha, I'm the biggest tree around. Wandering ancient. Look, it's Gnarlroot from the raid. Do you think they did that on purpose? They must have done that on purpose. Oh yeah, meters. Let's do that. And then I am a gnome, so I can get out of roots, which we try to remember at every available opportunity. I think it's going to be tough for me to remember to use Apotheosis. At least in raid, it's procs only for Apotheosis. So I don't have to worry about when I'm activating it. I just send out as many palms as humanly possible. But in the group, I could actually use it. Alternate universe Gnarlroot. True. Yeah, I forgot about the timeline business. Ah, silly me. We've offed so many tree friends this expansion. I mean, in Draenor, we had a lumberyard. What if all of those trees could have been friends too? Yeah, the music's nice. I was really enjoying the music in the raid. I thought that was wonderful. I didn't put on any raiding tunes last night because I figured I needed every brain cell that was available to me, and I did not start with many brain cells. Sometimes, you guys ever have raid nights like that where you're like, well, I'm here, and that is a good portion of what I have to offer tonight. Like, I'm gonna sit down and try and focus and try my best, but it's just not coming together. I think it's partly, there's a lot of reasons for it, and sometimes it just happens, but I had an off night. Oh, I was not in the groove. Leading Elephar Wednesday, Brain was not present. Yeah. We were doing Heroic Volcaros, which I was feeling wildly undergeared for. And I don't think I was necessarily. I'm 448. I think I'm just looking for excuses as to why I feel so impotent healing-wise in this content, and I don't want to blame the fact that I'm brand new to Holy Priest again, and I'm like still figuring it out. It feels very different than Preservation of Ochre, especially when you're confronting big raid AoE on stacked groups on a predictable schedule, I found myself thinking, oh, this would be a great place for like a big super bloom, or whatever they call it, dream bloom. But I don't have that. What do I have? I have some sanctifies. I have like a divine star. Can I interest anyone in a holy nova? It doesn't have quite the same oomph. And it's not that you're not as good of a healer. It's just a different toolkit. Why do I feel that I'm underperforming? Because it feels to me, and this could be paranoia or it could be true, I haven't checked the logs, it feels to me that healing is our limiting factor in progressing right now. So if I could just do more healing, we could progress. I think that we're basically about making our DPS checks. Especially if we could do more healing, we could have our 4th healer do DPS, and he's a great DPS, so that would help too. Tanks are doing great, DPS are keeping up, it's just, it's a healing check problem right now. So if I could do more, then we would get farther. But there's nothing wrong with being where we are. We're progressed just fine. It's just an early season feeling, I think. Did good in one boss, the rest I was just lucky if I lived to the end. It's okay to have off days. Yeah. Hi from Bulgaria, Hazel. Hello! Yeah, let's try and do a little more damage, eh? My damage toolkit, from what I was reading in the guide, has to do with using Divine Star and Holy Nova. Holy Nova when it's empowered and lights up, which is an easy one, and then Divine Star basically on cooldown on trash packs. And then, so there's the Nova, there's the Divine Star, and then you've got like your Holy Fire, and then you can do your big Holy Fire proc situation, and that'll or not proc, the Imperial Blaze. I can never remember what that one's called. To either spread out a bunch of them or stack them up on one thing. And if you have time to do it, it does pretty good. It really does pretty solid damage. Darkshire Warfront up soon. Do people queue for it? How is it these days? Any takers in chat? My understanding is that it's hard to find people for that. Outside of like coordinating on a Discord with other like-minded people that are also trying to farm it for MOG and completion and stuff. Because, because it's from BFA. There's always going to be more people doing the quote-unquote current content. I have been getting really stressed about, well, not stressed. I have been dissatisfied with how many targets I have been finding myself able to hit with my Sanctifies. I don't want to hold my Sanctifies, but I don't want to overheal with them. And I want to hit 5 people, but at least 3. I don't know. Everything's fine. We just need more practice. Is that a meow or the snack's back? I made a Weakora that meows at me. I think it's a different meow. This one's like a little more polite. It's a little cuter. It's the kitten meow. It's like a meow. And it does it when my apotheosis is active, like when my apotheosis first becomes active. Because I want to track apotheosis procs. Yeah, so now I have an apotheosis proc. And then I have that little icon showing me how long I have it for so that I can be casting holy word reducing spells during that instead of just like noodling around pressing, I don't know, smite. Which I guess is a holy word reducing spell, but you know what I mean. Stopping by to say I think you're amazing. Aw. When you meowed, my kitty meowed back. Oh, hi kitty. Aw.
Watch your AOE incoming. Pulling in. Watch your AOE incoming.
Yeah, I need to work on that Weakora. I bet I could ask Chico. He would know how to tweak it so that it functions in the way that I desire. I think a good part of that of being one of those people that like makes weakauras or even writes add-ons and stuff like that just has to do with understanding how to talk to computers. Like it's just understanding how to say the thing to the program in a way that it understands and that it gets. I can talk to cats. I mean, jury's out on whether or not they care, but like I can talk to them. I can talk to... Who else can I talk to? You guys. We do that. But software, ooh, tough one. Hoping to get a 5 thrown a tide, see what that place is about. Yeah, that would be nice. I need a trinket. There's one in Everbloom, there's one in Throne of Tides. They're both quite good for me. And I would take either one of them, even at just like a baby level. Want a cat? Never owned one grown up. Feel like cats are super chill for apartments. Yeah, I'm very pro cat. My biggest unsolicited advice for cats, for people that are new to cats, is to do a bit of research into like cat behavior and body language, and don't just assume they're like dogs, because a lot of people run afoul of cats early because they assume that they're like dogs and they treat them like a dog, and then the cat starts wagging their tail and they're like, oh, they love me, and they pet them and they get bitten and they're like, wait, what? What happened? We were best friends. They communicate differently, and they communicate pretty clearly, but it is a whole different thing. But I love them. I love the kitties.
Shockwave.
I love this kitty. She's kind of getting in a phase where she's quite picky about her food, so I've been preparing her different concoctions to try to entice her to eat more because I'm worried about her.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
But she had a good bit last night. My cheat code for that is kitten food. If I can't get her to eat her normal food, I can usually get her to eat some kitten food, and it's higher calorie anyway, so it kind of helps her put some weight back on. I wish she would just eat. But sometimes it is like that. I have 3 kitties myself. Aww. Learned that with other people's cats. Some cats just become picky because they can. I feel bad for her. Oh, I got a belt. Oh, I needed it. Nice. Nice. New key is a Waycrest 5. Let's do it. Waycrest is one that scares me at higher levels. Things like sanguine. Nothing like little narrow hallways. 2 kitties and a dog. Dog thinks she's a cat despite her being an almost 50-pound husky mix. Aww. I have a husky mix too. Although I guess I could say it, thanks, Minty. I guess I could say a lot of different breeds mix, and I would be technically correct. It's like, well, I have a German Shepherd mix. I have a Malamute mix. I have an Australian cattle dog mix. People might like raise eyebrows at that one, but technically true. We're a first come first serve economy right now. I might get pickier later. Waycrest 21 on PTR with Zmok, Fort, Spiteful Storming, Shudder, ouchie. Oh. Talara Mist, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Farm for the new druid customizations. I want to say, if you do farm them, good luck. Oh, thank you. Somebody was asking yesterday if I'd farmed them yet. I have not. I don't know if I will. It sounds like the kind of thing that's going to occur to me randomly in like 3 years, and then I'm going to go back and do it. Let's go here. Change the portal things. Yeah, it looks much nicer now. It's better than just like a handful of portals splashed across the lawn in Veldraken. It is, however, confusing to me at first because I was like, well, that one just takes me to Dawn of the Infinites. And it's like, no, that one takes you to everywhere but Dawn of the Infinites. One portal splashed across the lawn. So now we get, oh no, still just fortified. I do have Dominate Mind for Incorporeal. Sometimes I should use to spec Shackle Undead because it's a faster cast. But with the Dominate Mind, it is annoying that the mob is still casting because it looks like nobody caught it when they did. However, they're casting in your favor. They're actually debuffing the enemy mobs. It's pretty sweet. Couldn't fly in BFA, ran off that mountain on his mount and fell and died. Oh no. Oh, Shackle works on Uncorporeal. Any hard CC at all. They count as every type. So even like a Banish Elemental, I think would work. Stuff like crazy stuff like that. Priest can shackle. They can also dominate. Psychic Scream does not work, even though like a hard casted Warlock Fear does. I think it's like AoE CCs won't do it. I really should have bought some feasts. I could just buy a stack of them for this. I'll do that for after this one. Ready, check. It feels nice to have a flavor pocket on my weapon. Here, I'm gonna give you lead so you can do lead things. I don't know what, but that's something that I see other people do. To give the tank lead. And what am I? Oh, good. Control undead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I just love the atmosphere of Waycrest Manor. I like just poking around in here and just looking at all. It's like it feels like I'm at the haunted house in Disney, you know? Like it's all so cute in a spooky way. Like it's all so detailed, I guess. We managed to bug this boss out on an 8 or a 5 or something like that by killing these guys too fast. We were able to do too much damage. It was a problem. Zones and vibes they crafted BFA are amongst my favorites. Tarzan very haunted mansion vibes.
Mind control. Keep moving. Spread. Heal to full.
I hate trying to add DPS in this boss because I can never keep track of which one has the thing. Like I can see the buff, I'm too lazy to switch. But yeah, the thing that happened with my friends when I did this one was we killed them so fast. I don't know exactly how we broke it, but the last sister just wouldn't die. She was just at like 0% health. She wouldn't die. We had to pull it out, reset it, do the entire fight over again without all of our cooldowns. We still 3-chested it because it was like a 5, but it was heartbreaking.
Shockwave.
So I think in
Shockwave.
I think in
Shockwave.
What on earth am I trying to say? Something about using more direct heals, like single target direct heals, flash heals, and serenities, and not so many sanctifies and stuff. I don't even think I've spec'd into prayer healing, which is correct, but like it feels just very different from the raid.
Shockwave.
Ever have anything so much going on the screen impossible to find the mouse? Yeah, there's a thing you can do about that. There's add-ons or like weakauras and stuff that oh, Kitty, you okay? You falling? You good?
Watch your step.
There's add-ons and weakauras that can like kind of make your cursor more visible. And I have been thinking that maybe it's time for me to swallow my unwillingness to change and try one of those because...
Watch your step.
This pull hurts. I sometimes lose my cursor too, and when you're mouse over healing, that's like murder. It's awful. you kind of can't afford to do that. I think I also, you can just crank your cursor size as well. You can just make it bigger in your UI settings somewhere, I believe.
Watch your
See you later,
step.
kitty cat.
Watch your step.
So those infected thorns, those, we lost a few people to that last time I was in here because they put out 3 at once and I couldn't.
Watch your step.
I was like, which one do I dispel? And then it was like, well, I don't know. And then I was like, okay, none of them. And then I died. It was too much pressure for Hazel. Glowing blue hand cursor. I've seen a lot of different ones. I feel like if there's some choice, then I want to pick out something that makes me happy that involves like rainbows or something. You know, like a little cat or... Remember downloading cursors for like your browser or something in the ancient years? Cave paintings and little kitty cat cursors? Like, that was a whole thing. Giant butterflies the cursor. Yeah, yeah, I want some early 2000s era WoW cursors. I need to investigate weakauras. The Nixie, thank you for the 6-month sub in advance. Holy moly. Windows 98 had a whole suite. So tunnel vision to work, burnt my potatoes on the stove. Oh no! Your taters! It's nice to be able to get into the zone like that though. Okay, so this one. My damage really isn't bad in burst when I have the time to do it. I think that it's going to kind of drop off as I get into higher keys because I'm going to have more healing to do, potentially, and less time to be DPSing. But it's nice just being able to kind of help, you know, like, it's nice being able to, because once you've kind of got the healing component of it down, being able to do more damage is really the dial that you're then turning to make it easier for you guys to time higher and higher keys. Because the damage is usually where it starts getting tight. Healing in a practice group that plays together a lot becomes... Hopefully, it's kind of like a thing that's solved for. Like it's a problem that you kind of sort out and you know how to do it and you're going to spend X amount of time doing it and then after that you've got like free time. Priest versus evoker healing nowadays? It's different, which is obvious, but Priest feels like I have more things to do all the time, like more kind of general sustain. Whereas Evoker felt like I had rather poor general sustain, but I was beautiful in emergencies if I could plan ahead for them. Evoker felt very much like I was doing a big math equation so that I could dazzle everybody with like an opera, whereas on the Priest I'm kind of just playing drums, keeping the band going. I'm more active and just doing more regular maintenance all the time as opposed to
Watch your step.
setting up like those gigantic, enormous bursts. At least that's how it feels to me. I'm not a theory crafter or an expert. I could be completely off the mark. I end up with weird conclusions sometimes.
Shockwave.
It's also nice to not have to worry about like the 20-yard range and where I'm pointing so much. Although I do have to find people to lay Sanctifies down correctly.
Watch your step.
And I hate that because these friendly nameplates, as far as I can tell, are as good as it's going to get until Blizzard does something about friendly name or just nameplates in general. And I find them really difficult to find so that I can quickly optimize where I'm going to slap down a Sanctify. Especially in Raid when there's a lot of stuff going on. I wish there was a better thing for that. While I'm complaining about healing UI for Raid, do any other healers have any feelings about the UI for healing all of these healing ads that they've given us in these fights? Lairdar has a bunch of them. Farak has some of them. Oh no, Kurtz.
Shockwave.
And they give you they put like the transfer on Lairdar, for example, and the brambles. They put it on your sort of sidebar by your boss frames, but that's like 3 pixels long and it only has so many entries. So if I found that on Lairdar, Heroic Lairdar in particular, if there were too many trees that were still technically active and like healing the seed, it wouldn't even put the bramble up on my bar. And then I'm like wading through a bunch of stuff trying to get a target on the bramble so that I can heal it. What I ended up doing for Lairdar in particular, because it was just a mess, was I made a macro to slash target the charred brambles so that I would keep an eye out for when it died, so I could just hit my target macro to grab a lock on it and then heal it that way, because there was no way I was getting it in time otherwise. And I thought, this is clunky and uncomfortable. I really like that they're giving us these healing ads. I think it's a cool way to add interest to fights for healers. I would love it if they improved the UI and the visibility on them, though, because it's a mess. It's hard to expect people to heal them when, like, they can't even see the things. Only had an issue in Faraki's Elf, though. Farak was a bit tough for me as well. I found myself, and maybe I'll get more practice at this, but having better luck when I was physically running my character, well, not physically, but, you know, running my character over to the ads to get closer to them so that I could just click target the ones that I needed, because I didn't have a great solution otherwise to, like, spot heal the ones that were lower, so I wasn't over healing. I think I'll do that when I get on later tonight. The charred brambles in particular. The other ones you can kind of get away with using the sidebar for, or just like rinsing them with AoE heals, but I had one pull where that charred brambles died, or the brambles died right on top of the seed, and we were all trying to target it so that we could heal it back up, and you couldn't target it because of the seed, and I wish I'd had a macro then. I should have just started typing in chat. I'm using the standard Wowhead key healing talents build. It looks like that. It's just the one that I pulled off of the Wowhead guide.
Watch your step.
Clearly visible when the Farak healing targets are fully healed. If you're looking at their model, their frame, I guess I'm just asking a lot. Yeah, so for mouse over healing, I just turn the global setting on. I don't even use macros anymore. I just have, in the settings, Brave do this in combat. I open mouse over heal, mouse over cast, enable that. That's all I've done. There are other ways to do it. They might be more granular, but especially if you're just getting started, this works great. It carried me all the way through my 20s last season. It was good enough for me. Ekamom, thank you for the 22-month resub. Go more by Wowhead or Icy Veins? Wowhead, but it might be just a comfy thing. It'll depend a bit on your guide writers, but sometimes they have the same guide writers. I use Jack's recommendations for Holy Priest, and he writes for Wowhead, so it works out. It's all there. Guess who's doing a Myrdrasil soon? Is it you? Is it Scarlet? The smart thing to do that I used to recommend was to check both Wowhead and Icy Veins, cross-reference them, see where they agree, see where they disagree, but I'm getting lazy, so I just kind of like chuck a build and hope for the best. It's like, who do I think I am? Well, I'm not in the race to world first over here. And just press buttons, play game. Yeah, Inksy's my new main. Slash my old main. She was my main in BFA. She was a Shadow Priest back then. She's never been a Holy Priest. I played a Holy Priest all through Shadowlands, but I played a human Holy Priest. Oh, I forgot to... I'm sorry. Do you ever play Disc? No, never. People, I think, like it. But I'm very uninformed on it. Do we need more trash? We do need more trash. So we're going to port to the beginning here with Lucille. My Farak guide is not out now. When it is, you'll see it on my YouTube channel. My trinket is turning me into an Emerald Dream creature. It's one of my trinkets that I got out there, one of the blue ones. I want to try Distance the Rework, didn't like it in Shadowlands. I couldn't tell you the first thing about what they actually changed. I just hear people talking about it. It would be like me, not that anybody's asking me to, but it would be like me reviewing food from a restaurant because I like lived down the street and I heard somebody making yummy sounds as they walked past my door. I've never been in the restaurant, but that one guy looked happy. Nice. There's a +3. And now we go back downstairs. This intimidates me. To be honest, I think the form is just as flat int buff, 1700 int, and the shapeshift is just cosmetic. I gotta make sure I pay attention and follow somebody, because otherwise I'm never gonna make it back to the end, because I get really lost in this place. So I need to make sure to keep up with that wolf. Thanks. There's a light flow in to guide you. That's a good tip. Ooh, nice. Congrats on your music box. I remember that thing. Cool. Alright, turned into a Darkheart 8. Would I take a music box? I'll roll for it if you don't need it. It's not bis for me, but it's probably better than one of my Explorer trinkets. Oh, I rolled an 87. Just in case anybody else wants it. I think I'm the only, can you... Yeah, they might not be able to trade it. We'll see. Yeah. I like Darkheart, not bad at all. Yeah, it was alright. I'm still remembering. I'm still remembering how it works. They couldn't trade me the item because their existing trinkets were of a lower item level than the new one. You can only trade things if they're not an item level upgrade for you. Yeah. Layout of your group on the left? No add-on, default UI. Raid style party frames. Yeah. They're good. I like them a lot. Alright, so am I riding the moose in here or what? I don't have the Defiler moose, but we'll here, let's get our Grove Warden. Dressed for? Velshra? Velshra. Moose it up! Is that a new thing? What a new thing? The mount? Mount's not a new thing. Raid frames aren't a new thing either. Sometimes you get the leatherworking moose. That's true. It's a good point. We're moose themed. We've got the moose mount. I've got the moose shirt. I named my dog Moose. It occurred to me that I might have some kind of a complex from having left Canada and returned, because I kind of over-Canadianed my dog. He's from the local shelter. He's like a sled dog mutt mix. And I named him Moose. I think I overdid it. Oh, he's perfect, but I think that I may have over I'm over reestablishing my identity. I don't think people that have all my family that have been in Canada this whole time that never left, they don't wear as much flannel as I do. And I think there's something to that. It's a great name for him. I think so too. It's devolved into, his nickname, because apparently Moose isn't short enough, has devolved into Moo. So now it's kind of, if you're asking him to like come with you and you're outside, it's kind of like you're doing your cow impression. You're like, hey, Moo, come on. We gotta go. I'm gonna get a feast or two. Or like 20 of them. I want to be able to help drop these things. They're not that expensive. Moose needs a flannel collar. He has a plaid print harness. It's like a green plaid. It's beautiful. I want to get him. I actually don't put a collar on him anymore because I have his ID tags on the harness, and he wears the harness every time that he goes out, and it's quite secure on him. So plus he's microchipped, so I don't actually put a collar on him because it was just like an extra thing to wear. But now I kind of want to tie a little bandana on him again just because he's so cute. He's gonna get it super muddy, but that's what laundry is for. So I'm going to drop one of these fancy things for the people. Do my best flabby impression. Top up my food. Where is the dimensional hearthstone from? Mechagon. No, not Mechagon. Sorry, that's the one I'm using. I don't know. I forget. Maple leaf bandana. You get him a maple leaf sweater. Never been to Canada, still wear flannels in 30 Celsius heat. Did you? I remember when we were watching BlizzCon, I remember you saying that that you were waiting for somebody to come out in a flannel. And later in the show, somebody did come out with a flannel, and I was like, oh man, I hope Currents is happy. War Within pre-order? Could be it, could be it. So we're actually going to get incorporeals this time.
4, 3,
but we have lots of stuff to deal with them.
1.
Wasn't around, greatly pleased to hear. I was keeping a lookout for you. If nothing else, pushing a key up like this is a great way to get flight stones. Or at least I feel like I'm getting flight stones from it. Oh, I never messed with my weakauras. That's okay. That's going to be a boring thing to do on stream anyway.
Move.
I always hear that charging move thing, and then I look up in Melee, and I'm like, oh, there's probably a charge I should, like, avoid. And then I just see, like, a pile of bear butts, and I'm like, well, I hope it's not pointed at me. I have no good plans.
Charging.
My ideas are nil? Nothing? No idea what's going on. Not a clue.
Charging. Move. Charging. Move.
Hey! Look at us all alive and stuff. Whew, that'll get you. That'll get your fingers going in the morning. We're doing the thing! Spicy pull. You think we'll get Shadowlands keys in the War Within? Oh, probably. We got kitties. Still early. Time to go back to the other side soon. Oh, I don't want to do DOS again. DOS is too long. DOS made me run too far. There was too much backtracking. I don't even think I mind running far in a key, but whenever they have me go all the way down a wing and then all the way back out, I feel like that entire time that I'm like quote unquote backtracking feels awful to me. DOS makes me so angry because I adore the vibes and the lore, but I hate the dungeon itself. That last boss made some memories, though. There were so many times where you were, like, so close to getting the totem down, and then you would run out of time, and it'd be like, no! And then sometimes you would be so close, and then you would get it. And it would be incredible. Just want Season 3 Shadowlands back. What were we? Which keys were we doing in Season 3 Shadowlands? Oh no, I'm thinking of Season 4. Forgot about that. Don't need to remember that. Speaking of running really far.
Run away.
Dire Mall missing plus. I thought they said something in interviews about not doing classic dungeons. Oh no, that was about time
Watch
walking.
your step.
But you could probably extrapolate it to converting things into Mythic Plus. Just the really old dungeons not being built in the same way, so that they just don't function quite as well.
Watch your step.
Yeah, we love the sentiment, but we don't do the ASCII art in here. Partly just as a policy, but I realized the policy was a good idea one time, because one time somebody posted something and I was looking at it and I couldn't figure out what it was, and I thought, well, maybe this is a nice one. And it turns out that it was lewd. But because of the way that my window was sized, it had split it, so it just looked like modern art to me. And so I didn't time it out right away, but the entire time my chat was just looking at, you know. So we have a bit of a blanket policy.
Watch your step.
That's a good item level to start Mythic Plus for any class. What do you guys think? 420? 430? Nice. $430, $440? Yeah, 420 might be a bit low. The boost started at 424.
Watch your step.
But like, really low Mythic Plus is really pretty forgiving. The most of your difficulty is not going to come from the enemies, it's going to come from your allies. So much fun to say 420, right?
Watch your step. Watch your step.
I should probably read chat a little bit less. I'm not in a 2 anymore.
Watch your step.
Spicier key streamer chat ethics. It doesn't normally get me into too much trouble, except for when it does. This is why I could never, ever, ever be one of those people that live streams while driving. Because we would all die. We would all die. I can't even always have like a conversation when I'm driving. I can only like chat to my passenger if I'm like not making a lane change. Also illegal. People do it. Although people do all kinds of stuff that's illegal. Doesn't make it a good idea. Talk and drive, usually miss my exit. Alright, we got a boss. Which means it's time for power infusion. Woo!
Watch your step.
I have a tendency, and this gets me into trouble in hierarchies. When I see the incorporeal spawning, I will stare at it until it spawns and then immediately cast on it. And that's good because it makes it go away right away. But sometimes you have other things to do. And like, there's globals that you're just totally, or that I'm totally missing because I'm just staring at it waiting to do it. And it's like that brain thing where you can't think of your next task because you've got one queued up, you know? And I'm like, well, if I do something else, I'm gonna forget about it. So I can't do anything else, and I'll just like tunnel vision it until it's over. And in an 8, that's fine. But that has definitely gotten me into trouble before in hierarchies last season because I wouldn't do anything until it had finished spawning. See the incorporate get sleep sheeped and MC'd all at once. Better to do I mean, yeah, better to do that than to not do anything to it. It's nice running in groups though. I mean, I guess everybody kind of has something they can do to it. Are there any classes that really just cannot touch an incorporeal? I feel like everybody can spec into something. Like some of them might be more convenient than others. Have you seen? No, I haven't been watching super closely. Hit it with all the CC and make it think twice before showing back up again. Yeah. Resto Druid. Is Cyclone a PvP talent? Warriors struggle a bit with them? Druids have Hibernate. Warrior was the worst. How do I transform into a tiger? That's my trinket. That's my pinch of dream magic trinket. It's just a blue questing one. We'll replace it at some point. Oh, oops. I got kicked into the thing. Broken eggs everywhere. Yolk all over the floor. Breakfast is ruined. Why do you go for that boss and not skip it? I want to say that you gotta kill all the bosses. Or do you mean like the mob? Because I don't know much about the routes. We're just kind of running keys. But I think you have to do every boss. Oh, I tripped in a whelp. Shout Leroy Breaking Dragon next to me. What's my favorite expansion? Maybe Dragonflight. I liked BFA.
Keep moving.
I like Shadowlands a lot too. Hardest part of the dragon boss? Remembering what he did. Now that would be a cool dragon riding skin. I've been forgetting to Holy Nova when it's up. I need to not just jump to the solution of like, well, just make a weakora for it. Have it make ping pong ball sounds at you until you press it. Want to buy the infinite augment rune? Don't have enough gold. Do I start selling my pet collection? Oh, I mean, logic says you got to do what you got to do, but my heart says no. Pets are forever. Infinite augment runes are only for the rest of the expansion. And also, there's other ways to make gold. There's so many other ways to make gold. You can make raw gold even. You can do gold world quests. You can do dragon races. You can sell flowers. You can open a lemonade stand. Don't let Fluffy go. Fluffy trusted you. But I'm a little emotional. I'd buy some lemonade. Greetings from Chicago. Hello. How's the weather? Is it chilly? It's a little frosty. There was frost on the ground out here this morning. But I've got big mitts. I'm actually very impressed with my mitts. I bought them like 5 or 6 years ago. They were cheap. They were online. They have no particular manufacturer quality, but they've lasted me like 6 winters, and they've been chewed on by my dog a bunch of times, and they've been fine. Oh, I need a buddy. I need a buddy. They have a big hole in one of the fingers now, but like, that's okay. They have like little flip top caps, so they're like gloves that have like a little mitt cover so that they can become sort of like fingertipless if you need your fingertips for, you know, like opening up a dog bag or, I suppose if you needed to use your phone. Nuke from Orbit, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. I'm having such a cozy Friday. It feels so good to be doing keys. I'm having a great time. Do we do it? I think we might need more. Oh, no, we did it. Nice. Plus 38 rating. Turned into a Mirazond Rise 11. So speedy. I'm going to head back to Valdrakken. Then relist. So I'm gonna break up the group and then start a fresh one to see what we can put together for Mirazond 11. Feel free to reapply. Have a great day. But I'm going to get up and go see my puppy for a second. Appreciate it. Okay, all right. Let's see here. It occurred to me I probably haven't been getting any crests because I've been capped on Whelp and Drake's crests. So I think we've been getting just flight stones, but you know, I like flight stones. I use them for stuff. I only have 1,000. I'm not at cap or anything like that. Second half of the Mega Dungeon, Zumi Gauntlet. Yeah, so that's gonna have, I haven't done it on Mythic Plus yet. It's gonna have Morchi. Oh yeah, with the big hats. Ooh, Tyr has a thing for me, I think. Tyr could drop me something, and then whatever on earth was going on with this. So this could actually be a little bit spicy. What do you guys think a good recommended item level is for this? Are we saying like 430? Radioactive Bullfrog, thank you for the 15-month resub. Yeah, priest me in this patch. When do we get Moose emotes? I was just thinking this morning that if I'm gonna have Moose emotes done, he's gonna have to have 1 ear up and 1 ear folded over, because that's the only way you can accurately capture his essence. His ears cannot figure out what they want to do. They don't know. Sometimes they're floppy, sometimes they're up, sometimes they're half and half. They're huge for his face. He's so pretty. 430, 435. Yeah, okay. All right, let me list my key. And then we'll kind of do that. And I'm gonna sort of pick and choose by Mythic Plus rating. I'm gonna kind of wing it here a little bit. Oh, I can also fly out to the entrance. And then we'll see. Oh, hang on. You got it. Hazel, that's not Galakron's fall. Oh, it is Mirazon's Rise. Why did it do that? It just auto-listed it. Here, let me edit. Same bug as last season? How do I... Here. Delist, one sec. Start a group. Dawn of the Infinites. Mirazon's Rise. There we go. There we go. Plus 11. Sorry. There we go. I'll tell the tank. Scoots. Go back. We may need to, I invited the tank when under false pretenses. I'm waiting to see if they're cool with the other half of the key. Oh, I don't know if they're reading chat. Yeah, I'm using the Curse Forge app too. So this is going to have both. Oh no, not both, just incorporeal. I don't even know what the second affix is. Good way to navigate mechanics in raid without having huge drop off in DPS. Practice is most of it. As you kind of get used to the fight, you're going to have a better feel for when you're moving. You can sort of move in advance sometimes. And get used to which parts of your rotation you can still do while moving, and you'll get a feel for it. It's just something that takes time. I've never been any good at it right away. It's always been something that I do better at after more time with the fight. Sanguine. Oh. Uh-huh. I hope this tank caught the memo that about the dungeon thing. I did say it in party chat, but I don't know if they saw it. Alright. Got food buff. Got some Versa. I'm not going to worry too much about my weak aura or anything. Nice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm waiting for it to be like, wait, what? Who? Where are we? Hopefully it's okay. Okay, I really don't want to let these guys down. I'm gonna try and pay attention. And I don't know if this is the right move, but I'm just going to roll PI as close to on cooldown as I can to get a lot of them, because it is fortified. Oh, it's a movement speed thing. Okay. It's like, what happened to us? Well, they seem happy.
AOE incoming. Crowd control.
See, terrible, terrible aim.
AOE incoming.
Oh yeah, that's why I usually keep it over there, so that the tooltips don't overtake it.
AOE incoming. Crowd control.
I learned these fights for the Mythic Zero. But then I did
AOE
not
incoming.
remember them.
Watch orb.
That or
AOE incoming. AOE incoming. Watch orb. AOE incoming. AOE incoming. Watch orb.
Oh, okay. My bad. I forgot that it comes back.
AOE incoming. AOE incoming. Watch orb. Charging. Move. Crowd control.
I think a lot of this trash I'm a bit under familiar with, and I'm gonna get familiar with it real quick.
Charging. Move.
DBM helps a lot. Hi, kitty cat. How you doing?
Charging. Move.
Meow. Isn't it such a lovely little polite meow? It's like, excuse me, you have apotheosis. Meow.
Crowd control. Crowd control.
So I remember I want to be not in front of it. I want to be kind of on the edge. I want to dispel those.
Shockwave. Help soak.
I want to be in the soak.
Help soak. Watch your feet.
It's a good thing we're melting
Watch
it.
your feet. Watch your feet.
And then we're soaking. I'll get the thing.
Watch your feet. Spread. Help soak.
Oh, good. I was not close enough. All right. There's one. Oh my goodness, they make me do the thing. They don't make me do the thing. Did they make the thing any easier? I don't like the thing.
Watch your step.
I don't want it. I came here to heal people, not to
Control.
play
AOE incoming.
bullet hell. The other one, the back, it okay?
Watch your step. AOE incoming.
Oh. They did not.
Watch your step.
The zippy zoomy owie thing. Oh god, the thing. Yeah, the thing. Boulders in Blackrock Cold are fun. You know what? The very first time I went in Blackrock Cold this season, I giga died to them too. Absolutely got decked. It seems a little easier. Jinx. Aw, Jinx. Yeah, no, I got absolutely and then I said I'm just gonna wait by the car for you guys to make the boulder stop before I go up any more boulder stairs. I've never finished this once in my life, by the way. Not once have I ever made it out. I did it! Oh my god. I've never, ever, ever done that. Never. They must have nerfed it. There's no way I'm any good at that. Actual hardest part of the key. And on stream. Let's go. Alright, there's a skip. They lowered the speed by 20%. Yeah, that had to be it. I couldn't do it before. I've never thought about going into esports, right? Walking Dreamer, thanks for giving out some gift subs. This is the proudest moment of my day.
Watch your step. Breath incoming.
Oh, that's not the proudest moment of my day.
AOE incoming. Watch your step.
Closely followed by when I asked my dog to leave alone a thing, and he did.
Watch
on a
your
walk.
step.
And I was like, Moose, Moose, come. And he came, and I was
Watch
like,
your
oh, good job.
AOE incoming.
I should really expect better from you. You're pretty good.
Watch your step.
Gnomes are faster than ever. I think Baby Hazel liked the idea of going into esports because based on the way it looked on social media and YouTube and stuff, being on a team was a great way to have friends and also to have a job, which were two things that I kind of lacked at the time. And I thought, wow, a social life and a future. Sign me up. And then I came to realize that I could have a social life without that, and also that the future is a bit shaky. Not that it's people can't make a living in esports, they do, but like it's if you think my gig is unstable, holy moly. Trying to be in WoW esports and get an org and keep it. Ugh. They do not like staying in business in the off season. Yeah. It's also like an insane amount of work and pressure and effort, and you can't control all of the outcomes no matter how hard you try. Oh, I wanted to spell that. No power? Yeah. That is another truth that I have also learned, Zoldak, is that sometimes something that looks really fun on social media, sometimes it really is that fun in real life, and sometimes it's just kind of what you're being presented, or like it's entertainment. And creating entertainment is fun, but it is still work. It's not exactly the same as just hanging out with your friends. Which is why I do both. I do stream, we entertain, we perform a teeny tiny little bit, and then I also play games with my friends sometimes. Which I think is important, because that way I still like games. Esports have those flashy shirts you have to wear. They always looked like they were some kind of like a nylon I don't know. I don't know if I can get down with the wardrobe anymore. You know what irrationality is? Is wanting to have a t-shirt that has a pocket on it, but not wanting to actually put anything in the pocket, you know? You want the pocket, but you don't want to use the pocket. You just want what the pocket represents. Nylon shirts for extra sweaty games. This hurts, by the way. Just in case anybody wanted to know. Ow. I can hear my dog snoring from the bedroom. Aww. Hello. Hello, Haley. How are you? Oh, it's good to have an extra pocket in your back pocket. You want the right to choose to not use the pocket. Why do women's clothes lack pockets? The traditional explanation is that some women's clothes, not all of them, but some of them are pursuing a silhouette that pockets would impact. Some people don't want the perceived lumpiness or distortion of shape that pockets might add to clothes. So that's why they make them in that, or like with like, you know, ornamental pockets that you can't actually put anything in, because once you've put your, you know, your water bottle and your keys and your jug of, you know, your Pez dispenser and stuff into your pockets, all of a sudden you don't look so womanly. For many people, this is not a concern, and that's why there are also regular pants that have regular pockets, and or handbags. If you want to keep your silhouette and also carry stuff, you get a purse. But the real magic is that is when you learn to, or not learn, but when you realize that you can be free of clothes and be naked. No. When you realize that you no longer have to live by this is for men and this is for women, and you're like, this is a shirt. Do I like it? Do I feel good in it? Does it matter who it's for? No, not really.
Crowd control.
It's, you know, the labels can be helpful in giving you ideas as to how things tend to be fit, but there's a ton of variance, and there's nothing wrong with shopping on the other side of the section if you know that's something that's going to feel better for you. Or just be more functional. Or there's cargo pants. But on the flip side, there's also absolutely nothing wrong with pursuing that silhouette if that is something that makes you feel good.
Crowd control.
I like handbags just because I feel fancy, but I also like having pockets. I don't always like putting stuff in my pockets, not because I'm worried about the silhouette, but because I don't want the pockets to drag my pants down. I don't want to feel like I'm hitching them back up. And I'm lacking a good belt in my life, so I find that... Also, I wear sweatpants a lot because they're comfy and because they're already kind of destroyed, so I feel like it's okay if I destroy them more. And if I put stuff in my sweatpants pockets, they fall down, so I will throw things in a bag instead. I swear men's jackets and sweaters are warmer. You heard it here first, chat. Clothing is the shackle of society. Always have a camera bag on me anyway. Love some men's jeans. I've not tried on any men's jeans to see if I would like the fit better. I found like my favorite pair of jeans. And I also came to accept that, hang on a second. It's occurred to me that I'm busy. Sometimes I am busy. This fight's really chaotic. It always has been.
Shockwave.
Head empty, no thoughts. Brand cutter jeans I like. That's what I've been wearing for the last 10 years till I found a new, more comfy brand. I think I realized that I like wearing jeans if I'm going to go somewhere or do something in which I'm standing up for the majority of the time. But if I'm just at home, I'm likely to sit for a lot of the time, either gaming or at my desk or streaming or whatever. And there's really no reason for me to be doing that in denim, unless I really feel like I wanted to wear jeans that day. So I found like my comfy jeans for wearing out. Or just if I want to feel fancy, but there's really not, there's no easy way to wear pants that are comfier than sweatpants for the sake of just like sitting and chilling at home. And also I don't really need to, so it's fine. Shockingly expensive, yeah. Yeah, sometimes there's design shops that go into that kind of thing. Like you'll have, you can kind of, if you compare one like an expensive pair of jeans to like a super cheap one off the rack, maybe it's the same thing, but sometimes they will be cut in a way that it might be more flattering. They might be built in a way that might be more durable. They might have a different fabric composition. There definitely can be differences, but some of them you're just paying for like a brand name, and that's going to be valuable to some people and meaningless to other people.
Crowd control.
That's why shorts are great. Don't your leggies get cold? My leggies get cold.
Watch your step.
Live in comfy pants at home. Yeah, I have sweats for the winter and also the rest of the year. I have leggings if it gets really hot. Or, you know, I do have shorts for like the summertime, but I know people that wear shorts all year round. I'm dating one of them. It's just, they have a different,
Shockwave.
they have heat. I have no heat. Oh, it's Morchi. I haven't seen her in a while. Giant hands.
Coming.
No hand.
Shockwave.
Oh, she's
Watch
melting.
your step.
Look, it's a thingy.
Shockwave.
Because I was in that form when it spawned. That's funny. I like that. And she's almost dead. Nice and easy. Best friends is like that. Put on pants if it goes down to -20. The most exothermic person I know. That is the first time I've ever heard it described that way, and I think that's amazing. Then a few light pairs of shorts became my wardrobe. 2, sometimes 3 layers of clothing in the winter. This is an 11. Still a biochemist deep down, apparently. Whoa, I almost died. That was almost the end of Hazel. Ho ho ho. It feels good to just run keys. I should just have a couple gamer days where I just, like, I don't know, eat food and run keys all day. Like, I can probably afford to do that. Ugh. People make it look so fun. Black Friday shopping? Nah, I don't need anything. I'm in saving up for house mode. I'm also in wanting less stuff instead of more stuff mode. It's occurred to me that I don't have any problems that can be solved with more stuff, and I have a few problems that can be solved with less stuff. So the key is to save my shopping instincts for groceries. Which sounds like snappy and like an easy thing to do, but I have a tendency to use shopping to cheer myself up, which is not my most beneficial impulse. I know a lot of people struggle with that, and I'm one of them. But it turns right around and bites me on the butt every
AOE
single time
incoming.
because I don't need the stuff and I hate having clutter. So the key is just to remember that.
Breath incoming.
People ordering stuff off the TV back in the 90s. Oh, the infomercials. Talking to my mortgage advisor slash money bro really revitalized my realization that save money, buy house. I've actually already saved basically the money, but like if I save more money, it could be a slightly nicer one and I could move with less stress. When looking into a lot of various problems that can occur and become very stressful in both moving and home ownership and whatnot, it seems like a lot of those problems come down to money. So if you can have some wiggle room with your finances, that it seems like that could make things much less stressful. So save money, buy house. Or buy piece of house. Buy baby house, buy mini house. Have kitchen, make tea. Boil noodles. Make cookies. Take nap on couch.
Breath incoming.
Remember what's going on in this fight. No idea. Oh, the thingies. Oh, thanks for doing those mechanics, guys. The falling things, that's right. So I'm gonna get out. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like they've got it, so I'm gonna try and just like stay out of their way.
Breath
I will
incoming.
get that. There's another one over there. Thank you. I don't remember if there's a damage amp ever. I'm just gonna PI now.
Breath incoming. Breath incoming.
Whoa, they're far. Oh, they're on it. I'm playing the when do I pop apotheosis game with myself.
Dispel.
Despite the fact that the answer is sometimes never. So I think it should be soon. 'Cause we're gonna move into the last phase here.
Watch your step. Breath incoming.
There we go. I did it. It's only a 2-minute cooldown. I don't know why I hold on to it like I'm gonna need it to pay taxes with.
Watch your step.
Oh, you guys are awesome. This is great.
Breath incoming. Watch your step.
Wow! Deity, thanks for the raid. Welcome, raiders. I'm doing some keys. I'm a real priest. Playing with chat? Yeah. I'm just posting public groups. We plus 2'd it. That was an 11. Oh, I got some gloves. Oh, I got champion gloves. Haha. I'm putting those on. Those are a flat upgrade right now. Nice. GG. Okay, I'm going to go back to town. I'm going to regroup, and then I think I'm going to relist. What do we get? We got a Everbloom 13. Oh, I could get my trinket. 13 has still no sanguine. When does that kick in? Like 20? 15? 14? I think maybe 14. Alright, I'm gonna list it up. It's an Everbloom 13. And see what we're looking at here. Third affix is 15, 14. 14s. Drops right now are amazing. They look so cool. I need to make sure I get mine. I need my camel. Current's back in here. Scoots, did you want to do one? I don't know if you're available. I thought I invited you last time, but then I like blinked and then I didn't. Yeah, let's get Scoots. Huge red slab. Lovely to see you. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Streams to get your camel. Do you get one for being creative for 4 hours? It depends on if I have my own stream running, which I feel like I usually don't, just to save some bandwidth, I guess. Let's get a rogue. Excellent. All right. And I've listed the correct key this time, so I'm not worried about having, like, lied to anybody. Plus, we're all warm for Everbloom. Oh, I'm excited. This is going to be fun. My trinket transforms me into emerald dream creatures. It's like a little proc. Oh, my moose can fly and everything. Did I decide? Oh, no, we were going to ride the Wandering Ancient in this one. I'm going to be the biggest ancient. Although, honestly, I don't like riding really wide footprint mounts and keys because I feel like I'm going to body pull stuff. So I think I'm going to keep my moose. Did you get the pip? No, it's just a pinch of dream magic. It's like a blue one. It's an adventurer trinket. It's a half upgraded adventurer trinket. I've got a 4 of 8 adventurer and an 8 of 8 explorer on. No judgy. Maybe we can get the trinket from here. That would be great. Genosaur blood or something. Every time I come out of the Gorgon portal, head to Grimrail Depot. I know, I keep trying to go into like Blackrock Foundry, like I want to do that. I have that mount. We're free of there, it's over. Oh, that was so fun. That felt good. I'm happy, I think, with my spec and everything. I think we've got the right tools. I want a change, and I know I'm not the only one. If I was wishing for something from Blizzard for Santa Day, Christmas? Santa Christmas? Can the portal that's in my group be a different color or bigger or something? I can't find the one that I need to click on ever. And listen, it's not their fault that sometimes I'm a little dumb. But if they could just, like, hold my hand and make it, like, purple or something, that would be great. Fingers crossed for trinket. Woo! Let's drop... I'm going to drop a nice feasto. Nice little chunk of food. That's what you would ask? Yes. Target the people at stone. Look at the ground circle. That's probably a smart idea. Love seeing you and your gnome priest again. Character you were playing when I started watching your content. Portal with a dragon wreath. Something. I need to pop another flask. I'm so happy that I'm an alchemist. I'm glad that I ended up needing to do that. It makes it so much nicer. Alchemist, Flasteration plus Flavor Pocket is the only way for me to live my life. I can't do it any other way. Let's get a Howling Rune on. So this is a 13. I'm gonna give leader to Thren here. Zoldak, is that you? 10 groups trying to summon. It's wild. Yes. Excellent. I love your guild name. Dusters and Dragons. What's my priest title? Oh yeah, I'm a high priest right now. Yeah, that's cute. That works. Bronze portals, basically stargates. Nuki. Chat, help me out. Who's my PI target here? I've got an enhanced shaman, a ret paladin, and a rogue that I didn't check the spec of. The tank! Shaman. Roulette. Red or enhancer, good bets. I think I'm gonna keep giving it to Kearns. I unironically in raid last night was PIing my fellow healers a lot in heroic to get through like the healing phases on Volcaros and Heroic Agira. I would PI my fellow like R Druid or H Pal or something to be like, listen, anything we can do, guys, we gotta get through this.
Range 5.
I've never felt like I had to do that before. But I had to do it last night.
Range 5. Range 5.
Good morning, Mythics. Yeah! Look at me, I'm healing Keats. I never do this on stream. I guess it hasn't been like a current season for a while. We do it seasonally sometimes. I like that we can do different things. I think I would go bananas if I was streaming the exact... I know I stream WoW like every day forever, but I think I would go bananas if I was doing the exact same thing in WoW every day on stream. Like, I kind of like that we do like... You know, we'll have phases that are like a couple of weeks long. Keeps it mixed up a little bit, you know? Oh, this one's right on me.
Watch your feet.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's what I get for not prioritizing my own thing. I'll get it, I'll get it. I used my escape artist already. Gnarl Root, is that you? Yeah, it is. Or alternate universe Gnarl Root. Our guild started calling him Gnarl Newt. And I'm pretty happy about that. So good. Nimue has also become Nemois. She's become French. Gnarly. He's a good first boss. I find him more engaging than Aranog. Not that it's a competition, but... this one, this button, and that button. I always feel like I'm cooking, you know. I made Hazel sweet potato sandwiches for dinner last night. They were pretty good. I like those ones. I had them on just on French bread because French bread with Gouda cheese because I had some French bread left over. Sometimes at the store I'll get some. I'm pretty sure it's like nutritionally void, but it's so tasty. I may not be a dessert person, but I'm totally a bread person. Eggnog is eggnog. Did like the avarice one. I saw somebody, and I swear I wasn't snooping, but I saw an eggnog container. Okay, I snooped a little bit. In someone's recycling that was like set out on the curb. It was like on top. It was perched as though it's a product placement. And I saw it with like the November expiration date, and I'm like, man, people are hitting the eggnog already. Should I be hitting the eggnog? Maybe. Pizza and beer night with the homies later. Carbs are indeed. Today's Friday. I have leftover curry. That should be pretty good today. I wonder if that's lunch or dinner. Do I want it for lunch or dinner? I don't know. I don't really understand this fight. I've been dropping these things like, I don't know, around. I don't know if I need to position them or if it's just kind of like a don't get it in front of people sort of situation. Here, I'll leave gaps. Am I trying to like Place them in the path of the...
Watch your
I have no idea. I'm just making it up. Not a clue. Should have checked the dungeon journal. I've run this twice today. I have no excuses.
Target you. Watch your feet.
Alright, that one on the right's gonna need a CC. I don't think I can... Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Watch your feet. Target you.
It always spooks me when they keep casting like that. It's on my side. I am seated, but like... just gives me the heebie-jeebies because I think that I didn't do it. I always think I've like canceled my
Target
cast.
you.
Oh, I thought I could like soak it
Target
with my
you.
face. We've had too many of those in raid.
Target you. Target you.
Yeah, one day I should look this one up. I'm pretty sure I'm doing it wrong.
Target you.
I don't think I like read dungeon journals back then. Did they have them? Maybe. Probably.
Watch your feet.
I certainly didn't make dungeon guides yet.
Target you.
I made pet battle guides. Are those two like
Watch your
stacked? Because that's like rude. Look at that. I didn't know they could pick the same spawn point like that. Oh, I think I pulled that. Possibly. This seems like a good moment for a PI. So let's like sync our or not a PI. Although also a PI. Maybe on the next pull. Like an apotheosis. It's a 2-minute cooldown. Just press it. I need a recovery team of friends that are cooldown holders anonymous, where we encourage each other to make progress in our lives by using our cooldowns in dungeons, even when it's not an absolute emergency. Sometimes when it is an absolute emergency. It's a specifically healer problem for me. I don't have the same issue on DPS to the same extent. It's like that ever-present feeling of like, oh, I might need it later. But then you end up not using it ever. It's not the most efficient thing. Need to join cooldown anonymous. Power infusion. It's a good spell. We like that one. I wish Coffee Sibber to set by all the way it does in game. I'm trying to find easy things I can do for my health. And this is kind of awful, but it's not so much that I care about my body. I should. I don't really. It's because I've found that having good health makes it a million times easier to live with my brain. So I've been trying to find easy ways that feel manageable that I can, you know, keep some good health habits, because it tends to make my mind more functional. So things like trying to get better sleep every night at the same time, or like eating healthier meals. Not like I'm not pounding kale bowls every night, but you know, it's like a spectrum. Food that is made of food and that is not made of whatever they make frozen food out of. Although frozen food is still better than no food if that's where you're at. which sometimes it is for me. And then exercise, even if it's like in a more moderate thing. I think I fall into that trap where it's like, well, if I can't do everything, I may as well do nothing, which is obviously silly, but it's an easy trap to fall into. But like, you're just going for the short run or just doing like the 10-minute yoga or anything if your alternative is nothing, and it does help a lot for me. And then the other piece of that, like the easy thing that I found, that at least for me, is that all of that is easier if I don't mess with alcohol even casually. Like if I just kind of don't drink at all, it makes it easier to eat a little better. It makes it easier to sleep a little better. It makes it a little easier to exercise. It's just kind of like a difficulty modifier on all of the above things, which are then, if I don't do them, difficulty modifiers on like brain fog and, you know, general peace and well-being. Speaking of general peace and well-being, holy moly! I used to try to work on my brain and productivity. For productivity, I was like, I'm not working enough. This is a problem. I'm not working right. There's something wrong with me. I need to fix this. And that might be true, but I'm kind of transitioning into it's okay if I'm not as productive as other people. We're not going to worry about that. But I want to work on myself so that I have an easier time living with myself. And then funnily enough, productivity tends to come after that. Like if I'm getting better just for me, just to be comfier in my own brain, it makes it way easier to actually do things. I always am much more productive when I'm doing well. But I can't do it for that reason, or else I lose all my motivation. I guess I just don't care enough about being productive to like put in the work for that reason. So I have to do it. I have to do it for a different reason, which is usually just because it's comfier to feel better. I haven't PI'd anyone in a while, have I? Oh no, I did. So hold on, look at that. Oh, I think that was my first offensive spell I've done this whole expansion. I don't think I've purged anybody. Oh, that was a terrible button. If somebody's about to die, you do not heal them with a renew. That is not going to save their life in a pinch. Almost any other button will do them more good than renew. I mean, I guess it's better than no button, but marginally. Dear me. I actually have a apotheosis I can proc what if I opened? If we need to here. It's starting to get a little spicier. Oh. My accommodation sent by my doctor. Wait for a decision from HR. Nice. Soldaris, thanks for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Been sober for 3 years. It's so nice. Now I'm just a jerk because I'm a jerk. Oh, congratulations. Oh.
What's your...
I don't think you're a jerk. But, wow, bad sentence to put a but after. Something that reminded me of, I should say, is, the one drawback to trying to do all these healthy things, eat better and not drink and sleep good and stuff like that, is that a lot of the things that were preventing me from being healthy, such as a lot of video games, staying up late, alcohol, bad food, were things that I was also kind of like patching my emotional state with, or like using to numb anxiety. They were coping mechanisms, and when you take those away, all of a sudden all of those feelings that you were avoiding are just there still because you didn't, you know, you didn't change brains, you just stopped eating junk food, or whatever it was. So I've had to face the uncomfortable truth, and I'm not very good at this yet, but I'm coming to realize that sometimes I'm just not gonna feel very good, and that that is life, and that is everybody, and there is nothing in the world that you can do that is going to make you feel good all of the time forever. That's just not how it works. Owie. And that when I try and avoid it, you're just deferring it. You're only making it worse later. You're going to have to deal with it eventually. It's just a question of how long you want to spend running. So sometimes I'm just cranky. I was crabby last night. I was raiding. I didn't feel very good. My body kind of hurt. I was in just like a grumpy mood. And I was just like, I'm cranky. And then I thought, yep, I'm cranky. Sometimes that happens. This obviously probably sounds really obvious to some people, but I have a owie, oofy, oof, oochie. Whoops, daisy do. A lot of practice at avoiding my feelings.
AOE incoming.
Can I get one of those paladin battle reses or a druid one?
Watch your.
I know it's really busy. Actually, we're on trash. This isn't even a boss. I thought that was a boss for some reason. Thanks. you guys probably could win, but I did ask. I thought that was the boss for some reason. That just really hurt. There's the boss. Yeah. Good grief.
Watch your. Pulling in. Watch your.
Nice. 90%, huh? I'm cranky and I know it. Nothing wrong with being cranky. I mean, it sucks. And it helps a little bit to know why you're cranky. Sometimes it's because you're dealing with a thing that tends to stress you out. Sometimes it's hormonal. Sometimes it's just like, you know, fate. But no amount of understanding or personal growth or work is ever going to prevent me from being crabby sometimes. Or like, just not feeling great all the time. And that's okay. I think the more I let go of that and stop trying to control it, the better off I'll be. I haven't been using my Holy Nova very much. Whoops, daisy do. I am Canadian, yeah. I'm from and live on Vancouver Island, British Columbia. No one else is gonna throw me a pity party. Why does it feel so good sometimes to just sit around and feel sorry for yourself? It's like, it's not fair. This sucks. Wah. I get very in my feelings like that. And then whenever my dog gets like that, because every now and then he has like, guys, it's usually he's tired. I'm tired. Why? Like, he just gets, ow. I thought I was not in that. I'm gonna. He gets very upset about that. And it's extremely cute. But also, you know, the poor guy's not feeling good.
Shockwave.
I picked a bad one.
Shockwave. Shockwave. Run over the flowers.
No. I make race car noises as I run around in like one of the slowest classes.
Shockwave.
Lurking for the drop sticks, would you? No problem. Thanks for lurking with me.
Shockwave. Shockwave. Run over the flowers.
I would, but I'm busy. Excuse me, I have an appointment to stand around and heal and not run over the flowers. Oh!
Shockwave.
Almost missed that one. My bad. Not the flowers, I know, right? Our boy's just trying to garden.
Shockwave.
Ta-da! Alright. I'm not even gonna cross my fingers. You can't hope for this kind of thing. Nah. Nice. We +2'd it. Turned into a block row called 15, and I think this is the point where I stop listing my own key and I start joining other keys. GG. Because what time is it? 10 after 11. I have never been to the Montreal Jazz Festival. I have never been to Montreal. I haven't traveled very much. Sorry, some of those pulls were spicy. No, it was great. Babysitting my 4-year-old niece, and she thought she was playing while watching your stream. Aww. DBM is telling me to move over the flowers. I've heard Montreal's pretty cool. You know what's funny is people ask me like what kind of things I've done since I've been here. And I'm like, well, I went to this one place that was like 12 minutes away. And then I went to this other place that was 15 minutes away. And they're like, wait, so you haven't been to Tofino? Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know. Not moving much. I don't go very far. It just doesn't really occur to me as a thing that would be a good way to do a day. You would not like Jazz Fest, lots of people. I've been to Jazz Fest here once as a youth when I was more closely connected with the jazz community. And it was fun, but it was busy for sure. Tofino is far. It is kind of far, but everybody brings it up. Maybe I should go to Tofino. Second S tier trinket I've got from Mythic Plus. RNGesus is with me. Nice. Thanks for coming to those keys. That was great. I got a bunch of score today. We're up to 736. I got like at least one run in a bunch of these guys. I think I want to go jump into LFG and try to stick myself into a Throne of Tides is what I want to do, because I haven't done one at all yet. And there's a yummy trinket for me in there, and also everybody's like, Hazel, it's awful, so I need to go see for myself, and then I can cry about it too. Not that you're crying, but I want to cry. I am interested in gaining the qualifications to cry. Dungeons, find a group. Throne of Tides. Let's see what we got. Like an 11 would be good. I don't have my add-on that helps me sign up for this stuff. Chat will dry your tears. What about a 9 maybe? Something in that range, yeah. Nothing too crazy. Throwing pretty easy besides awesome map. Intimidated to try raiding in dungeons. Never done any of it before. Rewards look so good. Not sure how to start. Oh, And not a bad way to start is just in LFG. You can look through the pre-made groups and find pugs that are just kind of picking up random people to go do content. I would just start in the lower levels and kind of work your way up. You know, do some, take your key, list your key, or do a join low keys like 2s and 3s and 4s and do those for a bit. But yeah, I just apply to groups. Alright, so this is Throne of Tides, which means I need to go there. And then for raid, you could QLFR to take a look at it. There's normal puts. I'm probably oversimplifying it. But I also don't want to overcomplicate it either. How is Merzon's Rise? Never tried DOT High before. We did a Merzon's Rise earlier today on stream. It was fun. There is some spicy trash in there. There's some painful trash in there. But it was a good key. Bosses weren't too bad. Bashir, this is the one. Had fun with your groups. Keys went well. Hadn't done Dungeons this season yet. So you can get your first key either just by joining somebody else's key and you'll get yours at the end of the run, or you can talk to the panda in Valdrakken that's kind of to the right side of the stairs that lead up to the big tower, and she'll give you a basic key. It's all fun and games until he starts inking. But I'm Inksy. I'm born for this. The 20 portal for this dungeon is going to be omega useless. What if there's transmog you want to get down here? I came to Vashir once to get a transmog item off of like a random rare. Never done mythic content, still don't know where to start. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be fine. Listing my +2 with not worried about timer worked well. Got some people to carry me. Farm the seahorse thingy. I need the seahorse from Najatar. I have the Vashir seahorse. I think. Yeah, I'm just YOLOing this. But it's only an 8, 9? I think it'll be okay. I'm happy I got some champion gloves from that Dawn of the Infinite. Yeah, Fabius is Najatar. BOE used to be pretty expensive. I like joining other people's groups because even though it's like a minuscule amount of pressure to be like the leader of a group and have it be your key, it's like still comfier just to kind of like jump into somebody else's group and all I have to do is like show up, eat my food, say yes I'm ready, follow everybody around, you know.
5, 4.
Let's get comfy.
3, 2, 1.
Never done this before this season. Oh. Pardon me. Yeah, it's a 9. This is a brave tank. They are, I'm sure it'll be fine. I like having Demon Hunters for Incorporeal. It works really good. They're 417 item level and a 9. It's not an undoable, but that is brave. Absolute legend. Used a 60 boost, got one I bought. Yeah.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Aw, no elevator? Having incorporeal debuff of the enemy is so nice. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know how much practical difference it makes in the key, but it's just kind of like a neat trick. And I don't have to spec into it like I do with the other thing. Alright, this one is going to test my metal. It's occurring to me that I haven't PI'd anybody yet. And I think I'm gonna do either the rogue or the enhance. I have like this bias where I'm inclined to PI the highest DPS target, even if they're not a class that scales super good with PI, just because I feel like it might get more mileage if it's just like a really good player. Especially if they also have the item level. I don't know if this is true. Not really a running the numbers kind of player, but... Every now and then, somebody will ask my opinion on a gearing choice, like dropping a socketed item of a lower item level for a higher one without a socket or like something like that. And I'll be like, listen, I'll tell you what I would do, but I will disclaim this by saying that I make my choices based off of feelings and not numbers, and this sounds like a numbers kind of choice.
Watch your step.
Yeah, that's an apotheosis. Just straight single target. Heal, heal, Serenity. Heal, heal, Serenity. Live! Cat noises intensify, yeah. Ooh, nice, another proc. I don't have time to Holy Nova. There it is. Oh dear lord, okay. I'll get the one behind if I can. That's gonna be hard. Kind of busy. I that's dispellable.
Shockwave. Dispel. Dispel.
I like the next boss with the stompy fist and like the dragging around in a circle and like the pick somebody up and just like goes, I hate you! Urgh, you know. To heck with your bones in particular.
Shockwave.
I guess I'm projecting. I don't know if he hates me. I'm just
Dispel.
insecure. Ay. Realized I haven't done that third skippable boss in many, many years. Yeah, we're gonna have to do him, right? We're gonna have to actually do it. The mind control guy. Will I return to hardcore? I don't know. It's one of those things that's kind of always there for me if there's not a lot else going on. It's not like it's very time sensitive. But I don't have any current plans. I'm not sure whether or not I'm gonna do... If I do more classic in the short term, it's probably going to be SOD. But I haven't really made up any choices about that. I probably won't know until it like comes out.
Knocking back.
Kind of an awkward time. Were those guys always there, or is that part of the fight? Did they change the fight? They might have changed the fight. Sometimes they change fights.
Watch your step.
I might have just gotten knocked back in a place where I wasn't supposed to.
Watch your feet. Knocking back. Watch your feet. Watch your step.
There is. She had like 1 health. Holy moly.
Watch your feet.
That's unfortunate. Shadow Word Pain dead.
Watch knocking back.
Scared there was gonna be ads back there too. Look, we did it. Clean, easy. Bringing back Lotus or what? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There's been rumblings, but it's kind of hard to tell with people. It's hard to tell with me. I'm one of those flaky people that you never quite know what I'm gonna do. Good holiday project. Continue leveling in hardcore. Gonna wait a few weeks. Yeah. Yeah, 0 death. Nobody died. Oh, I like these guys. Oh, I don't like them anymore. Oh! Excuse me! Alright. Those... Okay, we're fighting. I was like, wow, what a cool model. I like this eel. This is neat. I feel like I'm under the sea. What did you do? Why did you bite me? What is the range on that? Oh. And then the second time I thought I was out of it for sure. At least I didn't die. Ugh.
Pulling in. Run.
Ho 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 ho! Oh, yeah. Sometimes, when DBM says run, they mean it.
Crowd control.
So I've heard this is kind of spicy to heal.
Crowd control.
Oh, owie. Okay, good. Spooky. Don't pull extra. We don't need it. I almost tab dotted.
Pulling in. Run.
And we get it. Look at that. Progress. What kind of spice? Jalapeno, Thai chili, habanero. I like peppers.
Control.
I like buying peppers to put in my chili and then finding out if it's going to be spicy or not.
Crowd control.
Also, jalapeno peppers are like one of the only things I can buy at the store for less than $1. I can like buy a jalapeno and they'll be like 30 cents please, and I'm like, okay, let me get out my nickels. I'm joking, I don't carry change, but like, you know, it's just refreshing. See, now that is a nicely telegraphed effect. If the lightning thing did that, I would have been a happier camper. Now this is going to be a spicy pull. We're going to probably apotheosis this.
Run. Pulling in. Run.
Oh no, we don't need to apotheosis it. It's actually not that much damage as long as we get out. Apples are fantastic. The last time I bought them, they were over $1 an apple. Mind you, I was buying the slightly more. I bought like Fuji apples, so I guess that's on me. I could have bought the bargain bin ones, but
Crowd control.
I was a little destabilized.
Crowd control.
Although I do like that when I buy apples, there's no packaging. There's nothing that needs to be recycled. It doesn't make any trash, at least not within my house. Like if they do it at the store, that's outside of my purview, but like I can just kind of bring them home. I don't need to put them in a bag. I can just kind of have them in the fridge, wash them, eat them, and then any waste is compost, which is nice.
Crowd control.
I'm one of those people. I'm not zero waste. I am normal waste. I just feel guilty about it.
Crowd control. Crowd control.
Or I feel nice whenever I manage to do one thing that is like without the waste, you know. More things should grow on trees. I agree. Where's my petition for that?
Keep moving.
I kind of don't want to PI anybody before the mind control, because what if he mind controls the person that I PI'd and then they're mind controlled with PI? I don't know if that's a thing that can happen, but it would be funny.
Phase 2. Sight.
Does he not mind control anymore? Because, like, if so, they should rename him. Money trees would be nice to have. Tuna sandwich tree, I'd dig it. That's the problem with bananas. They're cheap, but half the weight is waste. How does Holy Priest deal with Incorporeal? I've been Dominate Minding. I think that's the move. You can also spec Shackle Undead. But the nice thing with Dominate Mind is that it gets the thing casting for your team. It'll start debuffing the enemies. As far as I can tell, unless you're killing a fight too fast for it to do mechanics, there are no Mythic Plus fights that change mechanics at higher key levels. Like, you'll get affixes, but they're going to do all the same things at lower levels. You might phase it too fast to see them all on like a really low key, but not on something like this. Is that one going to despawn? Yes, good. Oh, I hate it. Oh, it's a disease. What does it do? Slow? Shadow damage taken increased. Oh, that's not so. I say. Now. Leaving combat will cause the incorporeal to despawn. That would help us. I say as I don't use PI. Or not PI, Apotheosis. It's like it's an emergency, but is it an Apotheosis emergency? I don't know, I'm saving that one for like the big earthquake or something. I wonder how the last boss in Trash Room is going to feel. Everything that they've changed so far has been a complete and utter surprise to me. Change my swarm helper to the meow you have. It's a lot of chomping noise. It's very jarring. I love playing the game where you scroll through all of the sounds that you could have in your weakauras or your add-on or whatever. And then picking out your favorite. I favor meows, but that's because they're cute and because they have a hardwire directly to the alarm system in my brain. Through just years of having my cat need me for stuff. Ink of Ozzy. Do I remember him having ink?
AOE incoming.
Flush. Yeah, this is all new. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to have DBM hold my hand.
Target you. Phase 2.
Oh, I'm so tall. So they left this part in then. Wow, it's like completely different. Nice. Hey, I'm a Keystone Explorer. Wow. Got 135 points. No, drink it. Thank you for the key. Oh, Keystone Exploder too. You did it before it got bad. What happens after that? The entire floor fills with ink. Oh. So stat priority varies based on whether you're gearing for keys or raid. Haste Mastery is good for keys because the extra haste is going to help you contribute damage and also react fast enough to things in keys. But if you are just cranking as much HPS as you can for like raid, it's more of like a mastery crit mastery situation. Is the Cliff's Notes of what I remember from Jack's guides. At Theorycraft, nothing. I just put gear on. 12, 15. Okie dokie. I think I could do... do I want to do one more? Or am I gassed? I might be kind of gassed. I think that might be a good thing for the day. We did... How many did I do today? We did, I actually don't know how to know. I don't know how to know how many keys I did today. A bunch. I got my rating up a bunch. I've done more than 8 this week. My highest was a 13. Was that the one that I did today? I think my highest was the 13 that I did today. Haste Master preferred for shadows? Yeah, that'll work great. And that's like my favorite thing, is whenever I can use the same gear to more or less get by with an off spec. Is, because I hate changing gear sets. The Everbloom with the suicidal bird. No, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Decompress before lunch. That sounds good. You want to know something really sad? That's not sad at all, but it occurred to me last night, is I didn't log on to Animal Crossing yesterday, and I'll never know what happened. I missed the whole day. They could have been raving. They could have had parties. They could have been, like, selling, I don't know, flannel shirts at the clothing shop. I never would have found out, so maybe I'll poke around at that before lunch. Thank you very much for joining me today. I shall be back tomorrow morning and Sunday for some cozy weekend streams. I had so much fun doing keys. I might do some more of these. We'll see. Appreciate it very much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.